Hello and welcome to PKRTV, the show that brings you all the best virtual poker action from the tables of PKR.com. This week's show features Vladimir Geshkombine, a Team PKR pro and EPT Snowfest champion, bringing his words of wisdom to one of our favourite tournaments, Welllbet's home game. All right, Welllbet's home game. No sign of the lady herself, but $33 and 200 runners. That makes a prize pool of almost 7K. And we are down to 10, including Sommel from the Netherlands and Frosted K9. Those two are the standouts in this field with some 300 final tables between them. Mr. Bain, you will not have played or commentated on Welllbet's home game.
I have actually played it. I get some tickets to play it, so I'm
okay.
sometimes dunking around there.
All right.
Playing it for fun.
Well, I have no idea as to the structure or the standard of play or anything, so we shall just see and condemn or congratulate.
I fold.
Depending. At stake here, $1,650. Which is, which ain't small change. $99 for 10th place. So someone is going to have to go home with that, unfortunately. We have a Masters finalist. Sam CR actually came third in the Masters for 9K. And second in the High Roller for 8.5K. And won a Prime Time for 8K. And fourth in the Masters for 7K. It goes on. So, yeah, Sam CR, yeah, let's keep an eye out. I apologize for not mentioning you earlier. The man from the Czech Republic obviously has some game. Let's find out.
Fold. All in.
Can't remember what the blinds are, but...
I think they're pretty high. I don't know why he's tanking. Maybe he's away from the table.
yeah.
The only explanation.
4 and 8. The PKRTV bitch, Scott Shelley, is telling us that the blinds are 4 and 8K. Thank you, sir. So, and he's right too. I'll give you an extra biscuit.
Your hand.
So this should be fast and furious, which is a skill in itself when most of the money in a tournament is being distributed right at the very end when the blinds are really big.
Fold.
Is it the most active people, the most aggressive people that are generally going to pick up the money at the end?
Yes, yes. A lot of bad players tend to get tighter towards the end, but that's actually bad if you get loser. Because you can still so much blinds.
Gotcha. I mean, even in this situation, the average stack is going to be fairly shallow. And Ludders, I mean, he calls with a hand that flops well, but should you be passing or getting it in there?
Yeah. The call with Queen Jack is just burning money. It's like taking a pound note and lightening it up.
and it's also giving someone else the opportunity to pick up your dead money.
Yeah, exactly. I don't mind a slow play with aces, kings, queens there, but with this hand, Queen Jack, it's just really bad to flat raise.
And the guy that we have just spoken about, Sam CR, wastes no time in spotting an opportunity.
Fold.
Yeah, look, he made him fold ace queen, which is quite amazing.
Yeah. Well, what's that? Ace queen is, he had a 20 to 25 big blind stack.
15.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 120K, that's 15 big blinds.
Okay. Maths lesson from Vladimir Geshkombine. I've been whipped. Yeah. So already kind of like stamping his authority on this. I don't doubt that if they give that guy a few more options to do that, he's going to be the chip leader, and then he's going to give them a bit of a beating.
Cool.
Limp under the gun.
That's really
Please
weird.
feel free to show your
That's
displeasure.
just-
We have a bleep button.
Yeah, that's just fucking terrible.
Yeah.
He's giving the player in the big blind a free flop. He could just min raise. It doesn't cost him much more, but he's got the I don't know the word. Initiative.
Right.
All in.
Initiative. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. And now this guy with phase 7 has the initiative, and
Right, and even though it'll come back to
There
this
you
guy
go,
and he
Lane.
actually gets it in,
yeah, but
Let's see the flop.
he happens to be
I hope
ahead.
a 7 flops.
Or a 5 at the very
And here's
least.
the river.
No,
No.
a jack comes. Well, that was the guy who actually passed the ace queen just now, which was understandable.
Yeah.
Do you think maybe, or do you think
Okay,
he should have
hand.
called the
With
the
ace
pocket
queen,
eight shove?
definitely, yeah, yeah.
Right, okay.
And Sam
fold.
CR seems like an aggressive guy. He should have noticed that.
Fold.
Okay.
Ace
I
queen is
call.
just too. Oh well, we got another expert there. Oh no, that's the same one. Yeah.
I fold.
Okay, limping. We don't like it too much on PKRTV, but it is just our point of view. On we go.
Fold.
Joelito from Sweden makes it 24k.
Did somebody just fold
Fold.
pocket eights, or was it?
Do you know what? We're gonna have to ask Scott,
Call.
I'm pretty
our
sure.
researcher on this
Bring it
episode.
on. Here comes the
He
flop.
doesn't know. We don't know.
We have a big expert there. 8 big blinds, limp call, ace queen. Now
Check.
check what?
All in.
Check folding.
Okay. Yeah. Well, with
Congratulations.
well, with respect to the ace jack, he has taken the hand by the scruff of its
Yeah.
neck, and
Let's have the
oh
turn
well,
on.
the ace queen calls.
And jack.
This is the river.
And we have so 2 hands we've just seen where
Good
the best
call.
hand ends up winning it, but not in the way, and actually making max value in a way that they,
Yeah.
in a kind of a strange way that they shouldn't really have done. But who knows? I guess we're going to see more of
Nice
these
hand.
guys when it gets short-handed, and it's short-handed when flaws and weaknesses
gonna
in all of
fold.
our games become bigger and more pronounced. Do you think?
When it's short-handed, yeah,
All
because you
in.
play more hands, so you can just tighten up and not make that much. If you tighten up, that's a mistake by
call.
itself.
Fold.
So yeah.
Super short stack,
in.
Frosted K9 has
Fold.
got an impressive
Fold.
tournament resume on PKR, but it doesn't look like
call.
he's going to add to it this time.
Oh,
And,
wow.
well, this is quite a
thought
bunch
it
of paint we've got going on here.
Here comes the flop. Here's the turn.
Well, he's going to need a
And
king.
here's the river.
And, yeah, he doesn't get it, and it would have been the case king too. The Swede picks that pot up and
Good
knocks
game.
out Frosted K9. Here's a flag question for you. Did you see that flag from the guy who
Okay,
just
you
busted?
hand.
No.
Ah,
What was it?
well, it was Romania. I would never.
I would have known that.
Okay. Oh, right. Nice to say it after the event. All right. Well, here we go. Goose went out in 10th, by the way. Berlin. He came from. That was his 10th final table. $99.
I fold.
Frosted K9, $132. It's going to take
I
a while
fold.
before up to 4 figures, but I know who the favorite is certainly, and
Fold. Cool.
here he goes.
Oh, another expert.
Fold.
Okay, Bane's just got out of bed. He's in a great mood, and he doesn't want to see this. Where are the 3 bets? That is the
My eyes
question.
are bleeding. He has 9 big blinds. He's calling the raise with ace queen.
Okay.
And now dunk shoving. Come on.
Yeah, it's kind of backwards play to the hands.
He played both streets as bad as he can.
Right. And tell us what was the best way to play both streets, please.
Just put it in before the
One
flop.
street. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't need it. 2 streets with 9 big blinds and ace queen.
So what we're talking about here is understanding the shallowness of your stack
Yeah.
and the limitations there are of a 20 big blind stack and not wasting a single chip.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's
Cool.
see who understands this.
fold.
Okay, so a limp under the gun with
Fold.
Queen Jack. You should play this tournament more.
I fold.
We'll see that. Like, it kind of gives the blinds
Call.
a
Check.
free shot here. Oxvaldo, we ain't seen much of.
Here's the flop.
Comes in and flops top pair.
Mm.
Open-ended for Hidden
check.
Vision.
Well, let's hope an 8 doesn't come.
Yeah. Yeah, that would kind of be unfortunate for the big blind, especially if it checks round
I
now.
check.
And he hits an 8 and then goes bust. And that should never have happened.
Here's
But
that
he's got a
turn.
green light to go ahead and bet.
Oh, no.
Wow. Oh, I mean that's just horrible luck. Is there a chance that
All
he
in.
doesn't?
Oh
go
my god,
broke?
no, no. What? Oh.
This is
Yeah, just shove it in.
Wow.
Over shove it in when you're drawing that.
okay. So, the ace has
Well done.
got it in, which is drawing dead, and bizarrely, now the bottom end of the straight has a decision. I don't see how you can pass.
Maybe he's fake tanking, so the other
Right.
guy calls. I don't know. It's
Okay.
weird.
Well,
He can be thinking about folding. They should have a little bit of brain still
Yeah.
left.
yeah. Well, I think.
Fold.
Oh my god,
wow.
no way.
Wow.
Here's the
There we
What
go.
is going on?
We haven't actually just like. I said to we haven't actually got the guys upstairs in the tech department to like write you a tournament that's just so messed up and strange. This is real.
He must be cheating. He must have seen a queen jack.
Okay.
That's the only explanation I have. They were
That's-
friends, and I don't know how he can pass this.
Well, look, it's an inspired pass.
Yeah. Yeah, no, well done. Well done. He folded the worst hand.
Well
Yeah, he must have felt it.
Fold. I fold.
Amazing.
There we go. Lightheartedness aside, this is somewhat of a strange tournament and some really unusual lines being taken. Wow.
Definitely it is.
Wow.
I didn't expect that when
Yeah,
I came
very
here.
strange. No, certainly. Well, we like to surprise you with some unusual poker to show that the poker world is alive and kicking. And Sam CR must be sat there wondering when all the chips are going to come to him at some point. Here he is. And,
Well, it's always tough to play with
Freeze.
this stack.
All in.
Oh, he doesn't have much, so
Yeah.
it's pretty standard.
Fold.
That's 8 bigs effective.
I would have
There we
liked
go.
an open shove
comes
more
the flop.
though.
Here's the turn.
Okay.
8 bigs. Especially if he
Here's the
flat
river.
calls you, and what we see from these players, they're gonna flat call a lot, then
Yeah.
you're in a shitty position with
Yeah.
ace 5 and like 1.5 pot size left.
Well, that is the end of Huelito. He returns to Bollnäs in Sweden with $264. And, we are 6 way. I'm just having to catch my breath here. All right, Deuces from Sommel. We haven't seen
Fold.
much of him.
Okay, I call.
Hidden Vision likes the call button, does so with the Jack 10. Charlie,
all
we've
in.
seen nothing of, does exactly what
Yeah.
he needs to. And you kind of hope he's going to pick up this, what is this, 12, 24, 30K in the middle plus antes.
Yeah, he can
You know-
raise his stack by 50%.
Yeah, exactly. But I fear maybe he's going to,
Fold.
he's going to be up against Jack 10 and not be in great shape, although a Jack is going to be passed.
I fold.
I don't think he's gonna call.
Okay. I'm almost tempted to bet you dinner this evening that he will call. But I don't think I can. I don't know how much dinner is going to cost. I'd be looking to buy out now. Yeah.
Fold.
All right, there we go. And, he increases his stack with very little risk indeed. You've got to still think that Sam CR is going to be the favourite here. He's been in much tougher situations than this,
Good hand.
and he's played quite nicely from this point.
Yeah, definitely. Unfortunately, with such shallow stacks, he just can't do that much. Obviously, he's gonna pick up that money, but soon one hand's gonna come with 10 big
Fold.
blinds where just the money has to go in.
Here he goes. He's got a little bit of room for manoeuvre, though.
It depends on the other stacks. He has a
Right.
big stack, but if
Okay.
the other ones are all sitting with 8 big blinds, he just
Sure.
has to shove it in and see what happens.
Fold.
He chooses to get out of the way.
Yeah, I don't really understand. It's
Well-
a close fold. If he thinks
I
I'll
Right.
just let him dunk it away. And
I mean, we don't see a lot of
chill
the
out.
hands where
Cool.
people are just raising
Yeah,
and
yeah.
picking up the blinds. He could be doing that quite a lot. And
yeah, exactly.
And maybe he thinks
all
that
in.
there's going to come a point where they
Fold.
just won't
Yeah.
believe him and fight back. One for Kaiser Soze, still on the morphine drip. Three of them actually fighting, and they're going to have to be super active soon. Sommel is a man I've not come across much, but he does have a win in the Monte Carlo to his name, grand and a half, and final tables in the Prestige and Sunday Open. Nothing much to do with the 7-3. You would think.
Fold.
Nah, and Chip Leader, who's not really splashed around too much. This could be the beginning of him getting active.
Raise. Fold.
Oh.
That's me. all
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Fold.
Let's bring this one home.
Here
Okay.
comes the flop.
Well, we didn't see. Maybe
Here's
there
the
were only
turn
short
card.
stacks
Yeah.
off trim, then it's pretty standard
Yeah,
to
okay.
shove it in
Let's see the river.
and to suck out.
Yeah, well, there we go. He sucks out on poor old Charlie, who's not been massively involved, but waited around, picked up aces,
Yeah.
and took a beat and went
It's
out in
bad
sixth
luck.
place. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that is bad luck. $330. He would have had, what, 250K, which was about average
Yeah.
if he'd won that.
Fold.
So, yeah, unlucky.
Fold.
5 remaining,
I raise.
and Chippy gets an even bigger lead.
All in.
All in.
120
Here comes the
effective.
flop.
Yeah, 10 big blinds. I think that was a
This is
bit
the
of an
river.
optimistic shove by
Right,
Sam Sierra.
right. You think he was always pretty much getting called?
Yeah, well, maybe he saw the other guy fold
Right.
a couple of times, so he was like, oh, well, let's see.
Yeah, well, it didn't work out from there, and he's now
Yeah.
back down in the pack.
Yeah.
3 Brits, Dutchman, Czechoslovakian.
Fold. All in.
Or Czech Republic. My bad.
Fold.
Ludders gets away from the ace-8.
All in.
I
And
fold,
nice
go.
timing for Sam.
Let's see the flop.
Looks like
And
he's
here's
going
the
to bust
turn
someone
card.
here.
This is the river.
No nasty beat, and Kaiser Soze departs in 5th for $396. Remember, it's almost $1,700 for first. It's time to
What's
pick.
the buy-in for those games?
The buy-in for this one is $33. This is half 4 in the afternoon. This one,
Fold.
Fold.
and they are about 5 hours in. 200 runners down to 4.
Raise.
And kind of difficult to pick a winner. Obviously,
All
Sam
in.
has the experience, but well, there we go. Hidden Visions. I mean, a
I
pair
fold.
4-way figures to be good
Yeah,
anyway.
pretty
But
standard.
he was limping a fair bit earlier on. Perhaps he's going to make the adjustment a little bit better short-handed
Yeah.
than he was kind of full ring. And as you can see, absolutely nothing in this.
Your hand.
Well, if I could, I would be betting all my money on Sam Sierra
Yeah.
here.
I fold.
Fold.
Picks up the 6s, and
I
now it's
call.
the aces. He traps.
I raise.
Ludders
all in.
goes for it.
Call.
There you go.
Wow, this is
Here
a
comes the flop.
fairly
Optimistic
big
call.
pot. Snaps, and only a queen
Here
would do
comes
it.
the river.
There we go. The limp shove signifies strength normally. Do you think?
Not
Or,
really.
well, in
not-
this particular
not
spot?
in this spot, not really.
Right.
I like the limp shove actually.
Okay.
Um,
And what did the king 10 of spades put in? He put in like 30 or 40K,
yeah, it's
and then he snapped off another 210.
yeah, it's quite an optimistic call.
Okay.
It was. I was just wanting to gamble, hoping he had a small pocket,
Fold.
maybe.
Right.
All in.
Okay, well, it didn't work out. He ran up against a nicely played aces. That's Ludders in 4th place for
Cool.
495. Oh, sorry. I'm saying he's in 4th place. He's not even done. My bad. The nail is in the coffin.
Here comes the flop. And
Check.
here's the turn
Check.
card.
He's ahead, but well-
I check.
I check.
And here's the river.
oh well. he's still around. Yeah, my bad.
Unbelievable.
With my crystal ball, I predict that he may well go out in fourth place.
Bet.
That's a weird bet here.
Dude.
How
Fold.
There
could
it is.
he?
Oh, there was
So there was a
that
little
money. I
bit
didn't
of
see that.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it makes sense. If there wasn't any that money, it would be really
Right.
again lightening up money.
But there we go. There is some, some thought went into that, and well, Ludders has but one big blind remaining. He looks out, but I'm reliably informed.
New hand.
Yes, he's back in. One last chance, and here it is. Ah, well, he has 20k.
All in.
Well, at least he's not limping now.
Yeah.
Cool.
That
Sommel
looks like the end.
calls,
all in.
and this
There
is
you
the
go.
end, I would think. Well, he can
comes
triple
flop.
up, more than triple
And
up
here's
here,
the turn card.
and he's got some outs,
And here's the river.
and that is not one of them. And yeah, well, I already announced his fourth place, so we're down to 3. Sommel
Okay, new hand.
from the Netherlands, Sam from the Czech Republic with a very fine record and perhaps on course to add another title. And Hidden Visions, who's had
Right.
somewhat of a mixed journey to this
Cool.
point from the UK.
Please.
Well, all going Sam's way now.
I call. Fold.
Okay, you're
comes
somewhat
flop.
bemused by Sommel's call.
Yeah, he put in half his stack now, and yeah, now he's gonna fold probably. So it's a
Check.
bit weird.
Right.
All in.
And
Wow,
here's the turn card.
nicely played from
There you go.
Sam, but except you
Yeah.
can do nothing
the
else at
river.
that point.
Yeah.
Right, well, there we go. Sommel rather signed his death warrant unnecessarily, you think, with Queen 10 of clubs?
I mean, he could have went broke anyway. The way I would play it, I would open shove pre for 15 big blinds.
Right.
Okay, new
So I would have been broke as well.
Yeah.
But that was just really weird to raise and then call off half the stack and then
Yeah.
raise.
Well, that was that. Third place for Sommel, $660. Best part of a grand for second and $16.50 for first. Sam
Cool.
has the chip lead and
Here comes
everything in
flop.
his favour here, except for that flop. How deep is his opponent? That is the question.
I check.
we should be about the same, I
Okay,
suppose.
okay.
Oh yeah. Well, this could be huge, but can you see Sam stacking off here?
Not yet. Not on the
Here's the
flop. I would
turn.
think that's.
Okay. Nothing changes, and in
check.
check call
I'm
mode,
all in.
boom, instant ship, and it's huge.
Fold.
It's a ship into a 200k pot.
Yeah, it's a huge chip. For me, it looked more like a draw or like a king. Nothing strong. So.
Well,
But
Sam
it's
passed so
tough
quick.
to call off because he often has either a king or a draw. And
Right.
You're never really ahead.
Do you think there's also a sense that Sam might want to kind of like win lots of small pots?
Yeah,
to
and
chip
Sam
away
might
at the
think he'll
opponent?
get a better spot exactly. If he thinks he has a big edge, he
Please.
might just play.
Okay, I raise.
Min raised gets min re-raised.
Oh, that's just.
King Jack of Spades.
I hope it's a misclick.
Right.
It probably isn't, but
Maybe not. So now that, but it's an interesting one now
Let's
for
see the
Sam.
Flop.
yeah.
Gonna
Well,
miss a lot of flops.
he has to call obviously with those odds in position.
And
Let's have the turn
obviously
card.
easy spot for Hidden Visions.
I bet.
Check flop, big bet on the turn.
Yeah. Well.
Nothing for nothing for Sam to do. Sam
Oh
raises.
my God, no.
Oh no! Here's the bad news, and this is super fast that we're seeing this, and well, that's
Okay,
almost
you
disaster for Sam. That was a big misstep.
No, he doesn't represent much. That's the thing when he checks the flop pots to turn.
So he min three
Well,
bets.
I still don't like it.
Right.
The
I
ace four
raise.
now, definitely not.
You're faced with a min 3-bet pre-flop, and then check flop, bet
Yeah,
pot,
it's-
turn. It's a strange one.
All
I
in.
can understand how it.
There you go.
Well, they've got it in, and it's a
Here
straightforward
comes
race.
flop.
And
Let's
this
have the
is for a hidden vision victory.
Here comes.
And he's got there. We don't know how, but congratulations nonetheless. $1,650. Both players played pretty good.
Wow, that man Bane takes no prisoners. Yeah, well, look, you know, sometimes we tell it how it is. Bane is different level, and you know, I guess he saw some things there that he didn't like. Open limping, something that is not to be advised, right?
No, I mean, with stack sizes that were shown on the table, I mean, there was loads of 10 to 15 big blind stacks, and even less. They should literally just be open shoving most of the time rather than limping. It's going to waste chips and just not. In the long run, it's going to be losing.
Yeah, that's right. So,
but to be fair, it could be lack of experience, not knowing what to be doing at these stages. So hopefully they'll learn.
yeah, and because the stacks were shallow, some people might have thought Sam CR, the guy with the most experience, certainly should have won. Didn't do that.
Yeah.
This is going to happen in poker, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can be the best player at the table, and luck's going to have an impact in it one hand.
Yeah, well, I'm just checking to see that it was $1,650 that Hidden Visions took down. So congratulations to him. It was a strange old final table, but we learnt a thing or two, I think, and that Bane is quite an outspoken character, but I think possibly we knew that already.
Yeah.
From Scott and myself, join us next time on PKRTV.